Hi, my dear students. This is one more video with respect to reproduction in animals. Previously, introduction to reproduction, then that was followed by bisexual reproduction, budding, regeneration. So those three videos on asexual reproduction. Here, the video is on sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. So we have already know that is reproduction is of two types, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is three types here. One is fission, next one is budding, that is followed by regeneration. Regeneration. Fission is of two types, binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission may be longitudinal binary fission and transverse binary fission. Longitudinal binary fission is seen in Euglena. Transverse binary fission is seen in a Paramecium. In the same way, multiple fission is seen in a Plasmodium and also in a amoeba. So next, budding, we have seen it in animals like Hydra and fungus. The most famous organism for budding is the fungus, that is a unicellular fungus called yeast. So next one is regeneration. Regeneration we have seen regeneration in Hydra, planaria, that is flatworms, earthworms. Next, starfish, salamander, that is a reptile, lizards. So next one, sexual reproduction. Here majority of animals show sexual reproduction, majority of animals. So what is that sexual reproduction? So we have already discussed a kind of reproduction where there is no union of gametes, is called asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means there is a union of male and female gametes. So that kind of reproduction we call it as a sexual reproduction. So next introduction we are going to see how it happens. Okay. So next, introduction to sexual reproduction on the basis of the presence of sex organs, whether one kind or two kinds. So animals are classified into two types. They are unisexual animals. Uni means a single kind of sex, that is male or female organs is present, then we call those organisms, those animals as a unisexual animals. Another kind is a opposite to uni, that is bi means two. So two kinds of sex organs are present in the same animal. So bisexual animals are also called as hermaphrodite animals. The most famous hermaphrodite animal for studies is the earthworm. Earthworm consists of both male and female sex organs in the same animal. Unisexual animals, I have already told you, male and female animals. They are differentiated into, they can be distinguished into male and female animals. Male animals consist of male sex organs, whereas female animals consist of female sex organs. So male sex organs produce sperms. Female animals have female sex organs. They produce female gametes called eggs or ova. So whereas the hermaphrodite animals, same animal with male and female sex organs, both sperms and eggs are produced by the same animal, so their self fertilization takes place. So this kind of animal is called hermaphrodite animal or bisexual animal. So almost all, majority of animals are unisexual animals. A few animals are bisexual, also hermaphrodites we call them. Okay, let us move to next slide. In this video we see the process of reproduction. Male animal, female animal. We have taken male animal on one side, female animal on the other side. So how do we call the sex organs in male animal and female animal? So male animal has a sex organs, male sex organs called testes. Female animal has female sex organ called the ovary. We call the ovary. Very basic things. Don't forget these things. How do we call the sexual cells produced by a male animal or testis and female animal or ovary? Testis produces sexual cells called sperms or spermatocytes or male cells. Male animal has testis. Testis produces male cells or sperms or spermatozoa or spermatozoa also we call. Ovary produces ovum or egg, egg, ovum or egg, unfertilized egg. So sperms are male gametes, ovum is singular, ova plural. So female gamete, ovum is a female, mostly one ovum or a few ova will be there. But sperms are many in numbers. So sperms fertilized with ovum, the union of. So already we have discussed sexual reproduction means the union of male and female gametes to produce a fertilized egg called a zygote. Fertilized egg. Zygote is the fertilized egg. So fertilization, this process is called fertilization. Union of sperm and ovum is called fertilization. So resulting product is a zygote. So male animal has a testis produces sperms are male gametes. Female animal has ovary produces ovum. So female gamete, the union of sperms and ovum is called fertilization. Fertilization results in the formation of zygote, that is a fertilized egg. Animals, on the basis of the development of the young animal or daughter animal or fetus, animals are classified as oviparous animals and viviparous animals. Ovum, ova, ovi means egg. These animals which produce visible eggs outside the body from the egg. Actually here the baby animal develops within the egg. That kind of animals we call as oviparous animals. So egg laying animals. We know majority of birds, snakes, or lizards, they lay eggs. They are fishes, they lay eggs. So we call them as oviparous animals. So next one, viviparous animals. Vivum means birth, giving birth to directly giving birth to young animals or young ones. We call that as a viviparous animals. We have majority of mammals, a few snakes, some kind of snakes, majority of mammals, milk giving animals, they are viviparous animals. Even human being is a viviparous animals because human beings give birth directly to the young ones. So on the basis of the development of the baby, whether it develops outside the body of the animal or inside the body of the animal, on that basis we classify it as oviparous animal or viviparous animal. Oviparous animals so are egg laying animals. Viviparous animals give birth to young ones directly. The young one develops within the inside the womb of the animal. So on this basis we classify it. Okay. So fertilization is of two kinds. What is fertilization? The union of male and female gamete is called fertilization, or the union of sperms and ovum is called fertilization. This fertilization is of two kinds. One is external fertilization. The name itself indicates external means outside the body of the animal. Outside the body of the animal. Second one is internal fertilization, that is inside the body of the animal. External fertilization and internal fertilization. External fertilization is mostly seen in frogs and fishes, where they release their sperms and eggs in water, where fertilization takes place. Because water is present, these animals live in water, that's why external fertilization is possible. Whereas other animals which are land animals, which are terrestrial animals, are most highly evolved animals, so in that case direct copulation takes place between male and female animal. So the internal fertilization, development of a fetus inside the body. Here human example is given, human being is given. So this kind of fertilization is called internal fertilization. So fertilization is of two kinds: external fertilization, internal fertilization. If the fertilization takes place outside the body of the animal, we call it as a external fertilization. If it takes inside the body of an animal, we call it as a internal fertilization. External fertilization mostly seen in frogs and fishes. Internal fertilization is seen in almost all other animals. So majority of animals, even in a human being, so fertilization is internal fertilization. Let's see the process once again. Sperms. Number of sperms are produced by male organism. All sperms move towards the female cell called egg or ovum. One strong sperm, energetic sperm, gets united with the male cell, or one male cell unites with the female cell. Male cell is called sperm, female cell is called egg or ovum. So union takes place to form a fertilized egg, and then fertilized egg called a zygote. So the zygote, inside zygote, development of embryo or fetus takes place. That fetus develops into a baby. In the case of human beings, it takes 9 months. So sperms. So what are the different parts here? Is sperms, egg or ovum, then zygote, that is followed by fetus, that is followed by infant. So here one important thing we have to know, sperms are haploid. What does it mean? Haploid means a cell with one set of chromosomes. Then question, what is chromosome? Chromosome is a DNA, genetic material packed in proteins. So where the chromosomes are present? They are present in the nucleus in the form of chromatin reticulum. Actually, chromatin reticulum is present inside the nucleus. We studied in the first video that chromatin reticulum gets condensed into chromosome. Chromatin reticulum itself will become chromosome. So that chromosome is of two sets. One set of chromosomes is called a haploid. Male organism is diploid, but a male organism produces male cells which are haploid through a process called meiosis, meiotic cell division. In the same way, egg also has haploid set of chromosomes. Female animals, female human beings are diploid, but cells which they produce, sex cells, female cells or egg or ovum which they produce is a haploid. So one haploid set unites with another haploid set. Haploid set of chromosomes in sperms unites with haploid set of chromosomes in egg or ovum to form a diploid zygote. From the diploid zygote, diploid fetus, diploid infant, diploid in human beings. So total all actually most of the life cycle of human beings, animals is a diploid condition, double set of chromosomes, but their sexual cells are a haploid it is indicated by the symbol N. It is indicated by the symbol N. Single N means haploid, 2N means diploid. 2N means diploid. These are the fundamental things what we have to learn about sexual reproduction. In the next video, we are going to learn some different other kinds of processes in detail. Okay. After this, you draw the diagrams and you revise the video. You share the video. You like the video, and you revise the previous videos also. Okay, thank you.